Hey, so at Tomo, we obviously realize that getting a mortgage, it's not fun. It's an archaic experience. And what we've tried to do with this video is outline the 6 key steps that you need to know in order to get a mortgage and get qualified. So one of the first steps is actually knowing where your credit is. Now, there's a lot of different resources that you can explore online to see where your credit's at. A lot of them are for free, by the way. But in order to qualify for a mortgage, you really have to be at that 580 plus mark, preferably over 620. However, at Tomo, we do have options that will go as low as 580 credit scores. So we talked about a 580 kind of being that baseline in which you really want to be above. How do you check it? There's a lot of different resources. One is annualcreditreport.com. The other that you can do is just go to your local bank, whoever has your savings or checking account, and ask them to pull a copy of your credit report for you. Most of the time, they'll do that for free. So step 2 is determine your affordability. This is such an important step. I can't tell you how many people actually fall in love with the home first and then try to figure out what the numbers look like second. And the reason that can be problematic is because if you fall in love with the home, but you don't know you qualify for the home, or maybe you do qualify, but you're not comfortable with what your monthly payment would be, what your cash out of pocket would be, it can be a recipe for disaster. So you want to make sure you know you qualify and you have your affordability numbers in order. So next, we're going to figure out how much house you can actually afford. And we're going to use our handy dandy affordability calculator, which is located on Tomo Mortgage website, to get an estimate based on your income, debts, and down payment. So step 3, you want to get Tomo pre-approved. And what that means is that the lender, us in this situation, actually goes through your affordability, goes through your credit score, and determines that they are able to give you financing. And that comes in the form of an actual pre-approval letter, which you take to show sellers to show that you can buy their home. Imagine you're a seller and you've got multiple offers on your house. One buyer has a pre-approval letter and the other does not. Who are you more likely to choose? Exactly. You're going to choose the buyer with the pre-approval because it shows that they're ready to go and can qualify to buy your home. Number 1, we give you a soft credit check. Number 2 is we actually take the time to get and verify the vast majority of your documents up front. That's like your W-2s, your pay stubs, showing that you have enough assets to qualify, all of these type of things. And then number 3, we make it super easy. It takes max 10 to 15 minutes in most situations, and we can send you on your way with a Tomo pre-approval letter. The other piece is the Tomo Real Estate Portal. You gotta check this out. It gives our buyers actionable data that you can leverage to get the best deal on this home. If you go to our Tomo Real Estate Portal and you search a home, you're going to find data on that home that you would not get elsewhere. For example, we try to give you information on how much equity the seller has, what their previous interest rate was, if they've had different types of insurance claims. You can take this data and use it to make the right offer to get your offer accepted at the right price. All right, guys, so we're on step 4 now. Which mortgage is right for you? So not all mortgages are actually created equally. It's going to completely depend on what your goals are and your financial situation. Some mortgages are actually better suited for first-time homebuyers like FHA versus other mortgages. It also depends on how much you want to put down, because if you want to put 5% down, one mortgage option might make more sense than another mortgage option, for example. So there's a lot of complexity to this, which is exactly why you want to work with a professional and work with one of our licensed loan advisors here at Tomo. All right, so now we're on step 5, submit a full mortgage application. So this is kind of the fun part. At this point, you have an offer accepted. We're taking the full application. We're going through and getting any remaining documents that we may or may not have. And we have the potential to lock in your interest rate. Now, you don't have to lock in your interest rate. You can float your interest rate, and we can still get your application to our underwriting department. However, one cool thing that we do have is a float down policy, meaning if you choose to lock in your interest rate here and rates go down, there's options where you can actually take advantage of that and obtain a lower interest rate than what you initially locked in at. All right, so hey guys, we're at step 6 now, conditional approval plus underwriting. So at this stage, you have your offer accepted, you've gone through the application, you may or may not have chosen to lock in your interest rate, but your file is with our underwriting department. And what those team members do is they go through everything, they make sure that all of the guidelines are met, that we have all the documents that we need. It's completely normal, by the way, for them to request additional documentation. Sometimes they have a question. Sometimes something doesn't make sense, and they will reach out to you to let you know that and just to inquire further. So don't fret about that. Here at Tomo, we try to keep you in the loop as much as we possibly can because we know this can be a stressful part of the process. What a lot of lenders will do is they'll actually outsource their underwriting departments to third-party companies in order to lower their cost, We don't do that. Our underwriting team sits in the building that we're in right here, and we can go to them to ask them questions, which all it means for you is a more streamlined process with better communication, so you are not left in the dark going through this stage of the process. So congratulations. If you've made it through all 6 of these steps, you likely have keys in your hand and you are officially a homeowner. Now, I know this was a lot of information. If you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to myself or Tomo, and we're going to put the link in the number below.